Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're looking into the disappearance of Ruben David Felix, missing since 1997 from Shoshone, Idaho. He was only 2 years old. He was 2'6" and weighed 32 pounds. And it talks about what he was wearing. It says he was biracial, but you really can't tell it to look at him. So he had sandy blonde hair and blue eyes. Ruben has a scar on his right wrist, which is interesting. So, if he's still out there alive somewhere, he'll be looking like, oh, I wonder if that's me, right? So, Ruben and his family attended a gathering of his stepfather's relatives, stepfather, not his biological father, at Tenupa Ranch along the Little Wood River in rural Shoshone, Idaho, on February 23, 1997. There were several adults present, as well as about 4 to 6 children. Ruben's mother left for work between 4 and 4:30 p.m., leaving Ruben and his younger half-brother in the care of their stepfather. So at 6:15 p.m., the grandmother came by to drop off one of the stepfather's relatives with whom she worked. As she did so, she noted there were several cars parked by the river. She then went home and changed out of her work clothes. Shortly after she arrived home, she got a call from one of the people at Tenupa Ranch telling her that Ruben had been missing for 2 hours. The child was last seen sitting in the front yard and drinking his bottle. His stepfather said he went inside the house for just a moment to retrieve something, and when he came back, Ruben had disappeared. Dog traces Ruben's scent for 200 yards from the house to an outbuilding, across a potato field, up an embankment, over the railroad tracks, and through a small pasture to the edge of the Little Wood River, and searchers found a child's footprint in the snow on the riverbank. Authorities searched the river several times looking for Ruben's remains, but they never found anything. And they still haven't found his body? In late March 1997, Ruben's family found his bottle. 1997. When would he disappeared in February of 1997? February 23rd. So this is a month later. In late March 1997, a month later, Ruben's family found his bottle in the yard near the house where he was last seen. The area had previously been searched several times, and no one had seen the bottle there before. But there it is, a month later. Police were unable to determine where it came from or how it came to be there. I wonder if they checked it for fingerprints. That's crazy. So, that's crazy. So who brought his bottle back? Years after Ruben disappeared, his mother got a call from a man who identified himself as the FBI agent investigating Ruben's disappearance. The caller said he had traced Ruben to Guadalajara, Mexico, where he had been sold to a wealthy family, and that she should meet him at the FBI office in Twin Falls, Idaho. Ruben's mother went to the FBI office, but no one there knew what she was talking about. The FBI agent investigating Ruben's case had retired unbeknownst to Ruben's mother, and the investigation into his disappearance had been cold for 6 years. That's crazy. Ruben's mother thinks he may have been kidnapped and sold. She divorced the stepfather after the child's disappearance in 1997 and believes his family might have been involved in her son's case. So she thinks her husband at the time, who was the stepfather, may have sold the child. And so she divorced him. Was the bottle coming back like that? The bottle's gone. It's not there anymore. That's crazy. How did the bottle just come back and show up a month later? That's creepy. That makes you feel like, you know, somebody had to put the bottle there, right? That's crazy, especially nobody saw it and then there it is. That means somebody must have taken the child with the bottle and then thought, you know, they would put the bottle back there. That's creepy. That's not very nice. I wonder what happened to the child. So you wonder if the child's still alive. Because you first think the child's footprints right there, the child must have drowned, right? But then, where's the child's bottle, right? But then when the bottle's there, and right where the child disappeared at, then you think, oh, yeah, maybe somebody did take the child. And if that's the mother's instinct, maybe there were things that were said or things happened to give her reason, because she'd have to have a reason to think that. You wouldn't just think that out of the blue, that somebody you loved would do that to your child. You would have to have some sort of reason to think that, I would believe. That's just my opinion, though. What's your opinion? What do you think? Because the part about the bottle being there and the FBI, somebody pretending to be the FBI agent, what are your thoughts on this? So, and I really didn't see any more information about the case on the internet. So, anyway, if you have any thoughts or comments, I would be interested to know. And if you've ever heard anything about it and you're not sure if it's important or pertinent to the case, but you think maybe you should tell somebody, there's who you call. And you might want to call them a couple times, see if you could go in, email them, whatever. Maybe you can remain anonymous and send them an email, but you might want to contact somebody and let them know. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Don't forget to stop and pray for the family and their loved ones and that the case gets solved. Have a great day. Bye-bye.